Okay, some people wanted me to talk about my AU, so here we are, I guess. Hey, hi, hello, I'm Meg. I'm back to Future Scraps. For context, I have this AU I have been working on for quite a while. It's been like a year since I started working on it. I think that's the longest I've ever hyperfixated on an AU. Despite the insane amount of time I've spent on this thing, it's still very much a work in progress. So there are certain spots I haven't developed yet. Anyways, enjoy this ramble. The main story I sloppily put together goes something like this. Toothy and Cuddles move to a town made for monsters. Toothy gets chased down by Nutty while walking in a park. He offers to do literally anything while begging for mercy. Nutty made a deal with Toothy. He would have to go work for Nutty if he wanted to be spared. Now they hunt together and made blood candy. Yay! I'm still thinking about how I'm going to involve other characters in this plot. Maybe Blifty and Shifty rob their candy shop at some point, or Nutty and Toothy travel around sometimes to sell candy, and that could be an opportunity to introduce other characters. I don't know. I think I should talk about the town itself now. So, town is a safe place for monsters. A little backstory that just popped up while writing this is some witches, a couple of wolves, and a kelpie found a forest to hide in, and after a while, they made it their home. More monsters fled into that forest to be greeted by the new neighbors. And the population grew as time passed, and now a whole bunch of monsters reside there. I don't know if talking about the characters themselves would be a good idea because I want to follow the show don't tell thing. Screw it, I'll just talk about them. So, if you haven't heard, Nutty's brothers are Splendid and Splendo. Both of them are part of the Super Squad, and the Super Squad still fight crime here, but I was thinking that it would be interesting if Splendid and Splendo drink blood from some criminals. I also thought it'd be a cool idea if the Super Squad hosts parties. Nutty and Toothy would often go to these parties to sell candy, and it's a good opportunity for Nutty to catch up on what his brothers are up to. I wanted Giggles, Russell, and Flippy to be friends. Maybe I could add Handy, Lifty, and Shifty in the friend group. Tension could be a little higher with Lifty and Shifty around, and maybe I could add Petunia in there because she's dating Giggles. And if I added some lore about her losing her arms, she could possibly relate to Handy, and they could be good friends. I'm still figuring out how I'm going to develop some characters, so I don't have much more to say. Other than that Mole was in the friend group until he died. I forgot to write that part in the script. I have talked about the heaven part a little bit, but I haven't gotten into much detail about it. Actually, I think I did while talking to a mutual, but that's about it, I guess. This is somewhat of a new thing I added to this AU. I had this idea for quite a while, but didn't do anything with it until recently, so this part is definitely not well developed. I'll talk about it anyways. So, heaven in this AU is divided into like 4 sections, and all 4 of them have different kinds of angels, different kinds of souls, different kinds of environments. So let me just talk about the angels first. So angels are the ones taking care of heaven and make sure that it's actually a paradise to souls. They're also responsible for the stability of souls and aren't allowed to let souls leave heaven unless that soul is revived. Their duties differ depending on which section they are from. So, yeah. Common features angels have is wings, hair that is made out of clouds, lots or some eyes, and that's about it. Angels' appearance can differ depending on which section they're from, and all sections have a certain group of angels that lead souls to heaven. A lot of them are in pretty gruesome ways. So, the garden is one of the sections in heaven. As the name implies, there is lots of plant life. The plant life is extremely important because that's the method angels use to keep souls stable. Plus, this section is specifically made for souls that have an appreciation for nature, so they can stroll around there and take in the fresh air. So, for anyone wondering about what the angels and souls usually look like, you'll see lots of pinks and greens in what they wear and their fur, scales, skins, whatever. They usually have sunflowers on them. The most common form is in flower crowns. They're a specific group that are kind of killers. Usually use archery for that. Section 2, because I haven't named this thing yet. So, this section relies on solar energy. It usually is converted to magic that the angels use to stabilize souls. You'll see lots of witches and space nerds in here. Angels and souls usually have a purple, orange, yellow, and possibly some red. I don't know if that would look good or not. On them, they have a star motif in their features like hair, freckles, spots, clothing, and anything else really. The little group of Grim Reapers send asteroids to whoever they target. How wonderful. Section 3. This section is in water, holy water to be more specific. Maybe the water has something in it that stabilizes souls. I don't know. Souls here usually have some blue on them, but the colors can vary, and I'm only saying that because I have no idea what I'm going to do with the colors here. Mostly with the soul specifically. Angels, I think I have some kind of an idea, I just don't know how to draw it. Souls, however, I'm clueless. Angels here are one of the only ones who don't have wings like the others. They have fins that resemble wings instead. Angels are kelpies and usually have a bluish silver on their fur, scales, feathers, skin, and usually have black fur or kelp near their hooves, on their lower arms, and on their tails. Their little killer group thingy usually just leads people into the water and drown them, like kelpies. Section 4. Now, before I go into section 4, I need to mention something that I haven't mentioned before. So, the other sections are supposed to have gods. I don't know what their gods are supposed to be like. I don't know what they're supposed to look like yet. But they have gods, section 1, 2, and 3. Section 4, however, there is no god. Instead, there are angels that run the place. because reasons we'll get into very soon. So this section is made to take care of corrupted souls until it is safe for them to be sent back to the section they are from. Who will take care of these souls? Well, the ones that are taking care of them are souls and angels who are deemed to be too much of a burden for the gods. Yeah, that's why there's no god here. So everyone there uses the method of stabilizing from the specific section they were in at first. So the corrupted souls, the ones working there. Yeah. Depending on how long an angel or soul has been made to work in section 4, the colors will become duller unless A, they are let back into their previous section, or B, their colors just turn into shades of gray. Souls have robot wings made for them unless they already have wings. Maybe like they're a bird or something, I don't know. And angels usually don't have robot wings unless they are missing wings and need some sort of prosthetic. So I haven't talked about it much here. I haven't talked about corruption yet, and I haven't added it in this note, so I'm gonna go off script and talk about it. Right now, I don't have many ideas for how corruption works. Maybe you can suggest some ideas. However, what I'm thinking is that obviously it affects souls mentally and physically. Maybe like when they aren't getting any kind of stabilizing thing for too long, it can affect their mobility, so they can't move as much, and it will make it worse because maybe if they can't move, they can't really go back to heaven, so all they can really do is just call for help, I guess. And the mentality and how it affects them mentally, maybe it can range. I don't know how, but it can range. I haven't figured that part yet. I think that's about it for stuff I want to talk about that doesn't spoil anything. I'm glad at least some people are interested in this. That I honestly didn't expect that. So also thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions for this AU, please give them to me. I am very much lacking ideas. I'll see you sometime later, I guess. I don't know. Bye.